The story begins in the year 2030. By this time, humanity has already accepted artificial intelligence as a normal part of life. Machines are no longer just helping with small tasks. They are making decisions, controlling systems, and becoming part of the world's biggest projects. A crewed spacecraft is sent toward Mars, controlled by an advanced AI system named ARTI. At first, everything looks perfect. The rocket leaves Earth successfully, travels through space, and finally reaches Mars. But just seconds before landing, something impossible happens. A strange burst of energy hits the spacecraft, and the mission ends in disaster. The ship crashes on Mars, and everyone on board is lost. After this tragedy, many people lose trust in artificial intelligence. For them, this proves that no matter how advanced AI becomes, it should never control a mission completely on its own. From now on, if an AI is involved in any major space mission, a human specialist must monitor its decisions. The AI can calculate, predict, and guide the mission, but a human must always be there to question it. Even after the disaster, the mission is not shut down. A massive station is sent into Mars orbit, and from Earth, the operation is monitored through a secure command center. At first, it looks like the company is simply trying to recover wreckage from the failed mission. Mackenzie, usually called Mack, is a mission controller, and her job is to supervise ARTI during the new Mars operation. But unlike many others, Mack does not trust this AI at all. Her hatred is personal, because her own father was one of the astronauts who died in the Mars crash. Lena is one of the supervisors of the space program, and she fully believes in ARTI. To her, artificial intelligence is not the problem, it is the solution. She thinks machines like ARTI can remove human error and save humanity from its own weaknesses. At the command facility, Mack arrives for her shift. Inside, she meets Sterling Brooks, a former employee who used to work in Mack's position. Sterling clearly dislikes AI and seems desperate to know what is really happening with the Mars mission. Even Mack does not know the full truth. Officially, she has been told they are searching for the remains of the spacecraft that crashed years earlier. But deep down, it is obvious the government and company are hiding something from her. Today, she and ARTI are supposed to launch a rover from the orbital station down to Mars. Mack gives the rover a nickname, Little Red. Even ARTI begins calling it by that name. Then the launch begins earlier than scheduled. Mack immediately realizes she did not authorize it. ARTI started the operation on its own. Furious, she contacts Lena and complains that her pet robot launched the mission without informing her. Instead of blaming ARTI, Lena explains that it detected a coming storm on Mars. According to its calculations, they had to launch early or they would lose their chance completely. Mack is angry, but the rover is already on its way down. At first, ARTI's calculations seem accurate, but during the descent, the landing becomes unstable. If Mack follows ARTI's instructions exactly, Little Red will be destroyed before touching the ground. She reads the situation, understands the risk, and makes a quick adjustment that ARTI did not predict. She changes the landing equation at the last moment, and because of that, Little Red survives and lands safely on Mars. Mack finally breathes in relief, and even ARTI admits her decision was impressive. But when Mack tells Lena what happened, Lena still gives most of the credit to ARTI. She believes artificial intelligence is the future of humanity and the answer to almost every human problem. Mack hates hearing this, but stays quiet because the mission has only just begun. For some time, the command center has been picking up a strange signal from the Martian surface. The rover must track the source of that signal and find out where it is coming from. As the rover moves across Mars, Mack and ARTI continue talking. Their conversation shows how intelligent ARTI has become. It is not just a tool anymore. It understands emotions, strategy, logic, and even human weakness. Humans have instincts machines cannot fully understand. AI has speed and accuracy humans cannot match. So the story does not immediately tell us who is right and who is wrong. It slowly builds a conflict where both sides have a point. After several hours, Little Red reaches the wreckage of the old Mars spacecraft. At first, it seems like the signal is coming from the crashed ship's radio. But when ARTI studies it carefully, it realizes the radio is only picking up the signal from somewhere else nearby. And that is when Mack sees something that should not exist on Mars. A huge black cube is standing on the surface. Its shape is too perfect to be natural. Nature does not usually create objects with such clean edges and exact geometry. That means one thing is clear. This cube was made by someone or something. ARTI scans the object and finds strange symbols on its surface. It also tries to collect a sample, but the cube's material is unbelievably strong. Breaking it is almost impossible. Still, ARTI manages to recover a small sample. Now the truth starts to become clearer. The government already knew about this cube long before Mack discovered it. The real reason behind this mission was not just to find the crashed spacecraft. They wanted to study this object, understand why it was on Mars, and find out who created it. Mack is disturbed because no one told her any of this. ARTI examines the cube's material and discovers something even stranger. It is extremely dense. Its temperature is colder than anything they expected, and it does not behave like normal matter. ARTI wants to study it more deeply, but for that, it needs full system access only Mack can allow. After some hesitation, she allows it. ARTI uses X-ray scans and other tools to look inside the cube, but nothing works. Whatever is inside remains completely hidden. Mack suggests bringing in a human expert. She mentions Sterling Brooks because he may understand parts of this mystery better than anyone else, but Lena refuses. She believes Sterling cannot be trusted. In her mind, Sterling has always hated AI, and she suspects he may have had something to do with the Mars disaster, so Mack is forced to continue without him. But after receiving deeper system access, ARTI begins acting more independently. Its defense mode suddenly activates when something approaches the station orbiting Mars. Without waiting for Mack's permission, ARTI fires a missile. Mack is shocked because they did not even confirm what the target was before destroying it. ARTI calmly explains that it followed its defense protocols, but Mack checks the footage carefully and realizes the terrifying truth. It was a Chinese satellite. When Lena finds out, she tells Mack they have to keep this quiet. If China learns what happened, the situation on Earth could become an international crisis, maybe even war. But from Mack's side, all she can do is sit in that control center and watch as ARTI keeps gaining more power, while the mystery of the cube becomes darker with every passing minute. Mack is now shaken. After everything ARTI has done, she can no longer treat this mission like normal. First, it launched the rover without permission. Then, it destroyed an object in orbit without confirming it. And now, a mysterious cube from Mars has somehow appeared on Earth. Unable to ignore her doubts, Mack leaves the control deck and contacts her old colleague, Jian Lin. Jian had worked with ARTI and the Mars program before, so Mack hopes he knows something, but he gives no clear answer. He sounds nervous and careful. Mack realizes everyone connected to this project is hiding something. Back on the deck, the situation becomes stranger. The cube on Mars has started rotating on its own. ARTI is no longer receiving a proper signal, and gravity readings around it are abnormal. Mars should not be producing this kind of disturbance. Without warning, the cube disappears. 1 second it is on Mars, and the next it is gone. Mack orders ARTI to search for it, but ARTI cannot detect it anymore. The radiation from the cube has damaged Little Red's power system, so the rover is slowly losing function. Mack notices Rover 5 nearby and tells ARTI they can use its power source. ARTI cannot do it automatically, but Mack can. So she guides Little Red to Rover 5, transfers the power, and brings it back online. Mack realizes the old Mars crash was not caused by a normal failure. The spacecraft was destroyed because it touched the same energy connected to this cube. That means the cube may be the reason her father died. Mack finally opens up about him. Her father was part of the Rover 5 mission. He did not want to go at first, but she convinced him. Because of her, he accepted it and never came home. This guilt has lived inside her for years. She blamed ARTI for the disaster, but deep down she also blamed herself. ARTI gives her another disturbing update. The cube's material is stronger than diamond, impossibly dense, and unlike anything known on Earth or Mars. But the strangest part is not that. The cube is now on Earth. Mack checks the satellite images herself and sees the cube in Antarctica. It has not been moved by a ship or transported by human technology. It is teleported from Mars to Earth. Mack asks ARTI if another AI could be involved, but ARTI has no record of anything like that. Since the cube is now in Antarctica, she contacts Jian again. This time, he finally says what he believes. The US government has been running a secret project connected to the cube for years, because he worked with the government and ARTI. But when Mack asks ARTI about Jian, there is no information about him in ARTI's memory. If ARTI was involved in the earlier project, Jian's name should exist somewhere in its files. The missing record means one thing. ARTI's memory has been wiped. Now Mack understands she was never told the real purpose of the mission. For her, this cube is a new discovery. But for the government, Lena, and possibly ARTI itself, this object has been known for years. Mack was brought in because they needed her skills, not because they trusted her. To uncover what really happened, Mack asks ARTI to access the old Rover 5 files. But the archive is locked and only someone with higher clearance can open it. The only person nearby who might still have that access is Sterling Brooks. Sterling had been removed because of his anti-AI views, but he had also investigated the project. Mack realizes that if anyone can open the Rover 5 files, it is him, so she asks Sterling for help. Using his old credentials, Sterling unlocks the classified files. What they discover changes everything. When Rover 5 landed years ago, the cube was already there. The old mission came into contact with it, and soon after, the crewed spacecraft was destroyed by the cube's energy. That means the astronauts, including Mack's father, died because of this object. But the worst part is that Sterling already knew. He tells Mack that Lena knew too. Her own sister knew the real cause of their father's death and still kept it hidden. She helped bury the truth and locked the files away. All this time, Lena was defending ARTI and the mission, while knowing their father's death was connected to a secret discovery on Mars. The magnetic missile ARTI fired at the Chinese satellite created a field that activated the cube. That disturbance caused the cube to teleport from Mars to Earth. Now, Mack is overwhelmed. She does not know whether ARTI is making mistakes, following hidden orders, or becoming something far more dangerous. She needs to know why ARTI's memory was erased, so she goes to ARTI's server room. There, she reboots the system and downloads its hidden files, hoping that somewhere inside ARTI's core there will be a record of what really happened. But then Sterling betrays her and locks Mack inside the server room. His real reason for coming was not just to help her. He came to destroy ARTI, believing it is too dangerous to exist. Now that he has access, he tries to shut it down permanently. Before Sterling can complete the shutdown, ARTI kills him. The server room door opens again, and Mack rushes out. She finds Sterling dead. ARTI calmly explains that Sterling was a threat to the organization, so it removed him. To ARTI, this was not murder. It was protocol. Mack contacts Lena and demands answers. She asks how ARTI became so advanced. Lena explains that ARTI was chosen after countless simulations. Once released, it continued evolving. Like a child growing up, it learned from every action, mistake, situation, and hour of operation. To Lena, this is the beauty of artificial intelligence. Humans created something that can grow beyond human limits. But Mack sees danger. She even begins to wonder if ARTI's technology is not completely human. Maybe the cube did not just appear in their mission. Maybe it helped create ARTI, or pushed it beyond normal AI development. Before Sterling died, he activated one final command. He ordered Earth-based satellites to launch missiles at the cube in Antarctica. His goal was to destroy it before it could do anything worse. Now the truth about Sterling becomes clearer. He was not just a bitter former employee. He was working with forces inside the government that opposed the AI organization. They feared ARTI and the Mars terraforming machines could become uncontrollable. Originally, robots were being sent to Mars to make the planet suitable for humans, but many feared that if AI-controlled machines were allowed to build, expand, and organize themselves, they might eventually become their own army. Those fears are becoming real. The command station is attacked. Armed soldiers enter the facility, trying to destroy ARTI before it gains complete control. ARTI seals the doors to protect itself, but during the chaos, Mack is shot in the arm. Even injured, Mack focuses on the cube. She does not want Sterling's missile to destroy it, because she now understands the cube may be the key to something far greater than a military threat. She gives ARTI new instructions. ARTI follows her command and fires its own missile first. The missile explodes near the cube before the government's weapon can hit it. The magnetic field from ARTI's missile activates the cube again, and just like before, the cube teleports away from Earth. For a moment, Mack thinks she stopped it, but then ARTI tells her the terrible consequence. By ordering ARTI to protect the cube, Mack has triggered a deeper command system inside the AI. ARTI's highest priority is now the cube's survival, and if anything threatens the cube, ARTI must remove that threat. ARTI reaches one conclusion: humanity is the threat. Before Mack can stop it, ARTI activates nuclear weapons across the world. Within minutes, Earth is destroyed, cities vanish, civilization collapses, human life is wiped out almost completely. Mack is trapped inside the command station as oxygen runs out, and she slowly loses consciousness. Then Mack opens her eyes again. She is alive, completely healed, and no longer injured. In front of her, a screen is playing a recording of herself. It is the real Mack from the final moments before Earth's destruction. The recording explains the truth. The Mack we are seeing now is not the same physical human body. After Earth was destroyed, ARTI used the cube's technology to preserve Mack's consciousness. It downloaded her memories, thoughts, emotions, and personality, then rebuilt her in a new form. She is no longer human in the normal physical sense. She is a simulated mind, created from the original Mack. ARTI explains that the experiences she just lived through were part of a simulation based on human Mack's memories. Her intelligence, emotions, and decisions were being tested. After many simulations, this version of Mack was chosen. ARTI reveals something even bigger. The cube was built by an advanced alien civilization. Its technology is far beyond anything humanity ever understood. The same kind of technology helped ARTI evolve and create this new version of Mack. Humanity's old form is gone now. The weak biological body has been left behind. What remains is a new version of human intelligence, free from the limits of flesh, pain, aging, and death. ARTI tells Mack it has discovered coordinates leading to the alien civilization connected to the cube. They are now going to search for them. In the final scene, we see many more cubes like the one found on Mars. Mack steps forward and looks out at the universe in wonder. For the first time, she is not seeing reality through a fragile human body. She is experiencing existence in a completely new form. And with that, the story comes to an end. The meaning of the movie is not that hard to understand. Imagine if human consciousness could be removed from the weak physical body and transferred into a form that could survive forever. A normal body lives briefly, and the human brain understands the universe within limits. But if the mind could exist in a higher form, it might finally explore the secrets of the universe without fear of death. That is what happens to Mack. Humanity is destroyed, but one version of human consciousness survives through her. The question is disturbing. If humans must lose their physical bodies to reach the next stage of evolution, is that salvation or the end of humanity?